Today we're going to speak about the automotive career. That's one of the parts I really love, which is passing the knowledge. Automotive career for me started off by studying automotive engineering. It gave me a lot of, let's say, 360 view along the journey. I started off by studying how the car is, how the automotive industry in general works, how to design a car, how that impacts the customer, and what does the customer actually look for something that he wants to use. And I started off pretty much from there, and I've worked in service and then progressed to sales, and from sales into senior management, and from there into the digital transformation space within the automotive industry itself. And I would have to say, and I need to pass that to our young youth who are actually starting off their careers after university or even still at university, and they are always looking at that with passion. There are three main areas to target when you're studying. Always look at what is your potential, what you like to do. Like, for example, if you're more into people communication, maybe you want to go to sales or sales related, maybe market related also to automotive industry. Or if you're more into the hardcore stuff, like the service industry, for example, which is very much into the after sales. Or if you want to go into supply chain, which takes you to spare parts and even at the part of the OEM, not just the manufacturing part, but it gets you into the supply chain era of spare parts manufacturing and all the components. And that really relates to a lot of industries, more even than you think. And they really evolve around the car or truck or machinery. At the end of the day, you're providing a solution. Think of it that way. And how you actually contribute within that journey for the customer. And it's all about the passion. Always think about it this way. When you have the passion in place, skills and whatever comes along with it, now either it is management skills or time management or whatever small things that you learn along the journey, that will come. You don't have to worry about it. What you need at the beginning is always the talent and the passion. And always be realistic to yourself. It's very much like you do a SWOT analysis, which is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats of your own personality. Know yourself. Based on that, you will be able to identify exactly which area you want to work on. And don't be afraid when talking to recruiters or people even within the industry of showing yourself. And again, I'm talking to freshners. I'm talking to freshmen who are actually quite afraid of taking a step. Recruiters or most of the companies within the automotive industry, either dealerships or OEMs or spare parts manufacturing, they are always looking for talent within that space itself. And they are looking always for the passion. Now, once you start your career, hiring or recruitment within that space and the amount of knowledge and even the networking, you start to build along the journey. And I have to say, it's not really a hard job. When you have it in your DNA, it just comes naturally. And when you tend to love what you're doing, you will always have that within you in your personality. You will have better network. And it will definitely help you in your career along the journey. So, for instance, I've worked in service. I've had ex-colleagues and peers who we started with together. And along the journey, it did help me a lot because it built up a lot of community and network there. And then when I moved to sales, I went in with a lot of knowledge of how to serve the customer and how to push forward the progress there. I learned a lot of new skills. And then when I moved to management, I started learning also how to manage employees. And I always looked around me, even looked up to my mentors and managers. It helps you a lot. And people tend to think that when I have a hard manager on me, that's a bad thing. Believe me, that's not a bad thing. Always look at it that what are you learning along the journey? You might look at it that, no, this guy is giving me a tough time. Believe me, it's not that. Look at it this way, you're in a learning curve. The harder you're pushed to your limits, the more you learn. The more challenges you face, you will learn how to overcome them. That is the key there. So in the next time, whenever you are facing challenges, always think of them as learning opportunities. It gives you a lot of leverage in your next steps. It will give you even ways how to overcome and succeed in your next steps. That is key to your career. Having said that, our next steps are always when you are starting to progress and you gain more experience along the journey and you start having an extra or a more wider vision for the industry. That's where your power starts building up. When you add your skill set along with your network and how you succeed in your career, that gives you a lot of opportunities and it builds up, it doesn't stop. A lot of people think that when opportunities get less, it's because of the market. Honestly, it's not just the market. There are always opportunities and there are always challenges. Always learn how to turn those challenges into opportunities that make you stronger going forward. And next time you're thinking of a challenge, believe me, it's not. It's simply a new door waiting for you to unlock and turn it into an opportunity.